Check this out. Check this little keychain that I got in Universal Studios, right? It has the Universal Studios symbol on it. So I was thinking, what if Khamzat Chimaev had his own Universal Studios biography and movie, sort of like what you saw with the Tupac film, the Biggie film, their own biop. You got that in John Lennon, I believe, some other artists. Very famous people get these, right? Especially sports superstars. Not all the time. I haven't really seen a Michael Jordan one other than Space Jam, which is loosely based on his life. But here's what I wanted to say about Khamzat Chimaev, right? I'm quite concerned about his particular future participation and why. I got to tell you, it's not going to be a guarantee that he's going to come back. And if he does, it's not going to be a guarantee that he's going to come back strong or match fit or maybe even the way that he used to be, or at least where we thought his prime was going to be. Now, I got to tell you, the reason why I started with the whole Universal movie intro or whatever is because I wanted to sort of tell you that what is going to happen with his career and where is it going to be over and how is it going to start and where is it going to go. With Khamzat Chimaev, right now there's a lot of unknowns going on because the typical movies that you see where there is a plot and a twist and the hero being able to overcome the odds, sometimes that doesn't happen in real life. You see, in real life, unfortunately, a lot of heroes pass away. A lot of heroes don't make it. A lot of heroes don't get those people out of that burning building in time. And that is the horrific, tragic end of reality in many of these real-life heroes. And that's literally what you could probably witness out of Khamzat Chimaev. He was on his potential to becoming one of the best in the world. All he had to do was get a title. Right now, he is treated as if he is the champion. The millions upon millions of followers that he has on social media, the backing that he has from the Russian government, and in particular, Ramzan Kadyrov. On top of that, his support from the hardcore mixed martial arts community, I got to tell you, there's a lot to be expected out of this guy. And now he's out, which, by the way, is now being replaced by the guy that knocked him out. And that right there, in and of itself, is a very ironic story for its own unique story and set of drama or set of daily soap opera that you can make out of that whole entire fiasco. And again, the UFC as a machine wins because as that machine goes, one piece is missing, they can bring in another missing piece in order to fulfill whatever is needed to facilitate the next card coming up, which is Robert Whittaker and Ikram Ali Askarov. Now, this particular video is not so much of a breakdown between that fight. It's not so much of that stylistic matchup and how it's going to go, or the competitive architecture in the UFC, meaning that if Ikram was to win, it would move him up to maybe the top 10 in the weight class. But then Robert Whittaker, if he was to win, it would do him absolutely nothing and no good. However, just like what I mentioned with the storylines of this being an entire movie where the good guy overcomes the odds, right? This whole entire thing, if Ikram was to win, could potentially give Khamzat an easy path to a title shot, meaning that his next fight, all he has to do is heal up, and it could be the championship fight next for Khamzat Chimaev. It could very well be a possibility. And by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe as I continue on and give you some more details as to why Khamzat Chimaev is going to be the #1 contender if Ikram was to win. For one, Ikram is way beyond the top 15, I think. I don't think he's even ranked. to beat somebody like Robert Whittaker, who is a number 3, number 2, a clear number 3, a clear number 2, that would only mean that it would move him up maybe just a little bit further up top 10, if not just right there. But Robert Whittaker, if he wins, it would do him no service other than just win another fight for an unknown opponent. By the way, a very dangerous opponent. But nonetheless, Khamzat Chimaev already knocked out Ikram Ali Askarov, for those that don't know. And guess what? If the guy that he beat the top guy in the world, there is no argument for Khamzat Chimaev to be on top.